fucking live in the boneyard. He's not even done work yet, man. I just got home not long ago. Amazing to have you guys on tonight, man. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Please introduce yourself. Tell us what band of the Fallen, of course, but go
Yeah,
ahead,
what's
man.
up? Yeah. So my name is Wayne Ortiz. For right now, I'm the and we just bring a mix of deathcore, death metal, black metal, all kind of mixed up together, man. And it's
No,
really cool.
it's kind of the music I've been looking for in the last few years. I've come across like Deadwood. I'm wearing Dead Man's Pro. Oh no, I got my Death Fest shirt on, but Dead Man's Prophecy out of Montreal. That heavy, like when I hear it, I'm not even allowed to play my music at work. They're like, no, it's too much, you know. But I found you guys go for the distance when you guys write your songs. It's not like a 2 minute special, right? Like you guys are going the distance. You're doing five, six,
Yeah,
7 minutes.
my my vocalist hates me for it.
I was gonna ask whose idea was that, right? Like,
It's yeah, like it's funny because I actually always hated long songs, but anytime I write, I end up writing like 5 minute songs, and I don't even know how. I just do. It doesn't
yeah,
even make sense. But now it's I've always thought music, especially when making a song, it tells a story, and I've always loved intricate. It influenced me the most was Parkway Drive Horizons album, and
mm,
that album by itself, like oh my god, even the song Horizons, like that was like it told a story within the song and stuff. So I've always had a passion for making music like that. And of course, we do have a couple of songs that are not as long. I think the newer song we have coming out on April 8th, or April 8th, it's actually roughly
mm,
about 3.5 minutes, I think, maybe 4 minutes long. But it's a banger. It's like right in your face and stuff like that. So I like writing stuff like that too.
yeah. I'm kind of the same. Like, I got all my older stuff from when I was younger, from what I listened to growing up and shit. It's all like 5, 7 minute songs, and then as I'm getting older, I'm toning down. 3 minutes is good, man. I'm tired. you know.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
Yeah. So tonight it's just you and I because everyone's at a big show tonight. We got to give a shout out to the rest of the band, man. If you want to let us know who else plays and stuff.
Yeah. So of course, there's me, the guitars. We have he's actually my best friend too, and he was my best man at my wedding. The bassist, Andrew Yakub. My good friend Robert. He's our vocalist, and then Waylon is our drummer, and he's actually the oldest one out of the group too, and stuff.
Yeah,
So we're all different ages. It's kind of crazy because the vocalist is the youngest. Me and my bassist are roughly the same age, and then we have our drummer that's older than us, a lot older.
yeah, that's all right, man. Like you get that diversity and experience in that sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
do you
for sure.
now you work full time like myself, and then even though you guys, I don't know why you guys aren't just a band, touring the world and shit. You guys have some wicked fucking music, man. But with your career and stuff, how do you balance all that? And
It's I can't speak for all the band, but for me personally,
yeah,
it's hard. It really is. It took a while songs out, and we're barely getting another song out. And that's kind of the reason why is because it takes a lot of time, effort, money. We try to do what we can. We don't even practice once a week half the time. So there's a lot of like online stuff we do as a band, and we just try to balance, what we can and
mhm,
when we can. If we can't play a show because of stuff going on, we just can't play a show, no matter how big or small. You know, for music, same with the recording. and we just have our schedules lined up, and we have to do what we got to do to get stuff done and stuff. I mean, I wish we could be like touring nonstop, but
Yeah.
eventually, hopefully, we get there and stuff. But it just takes a lot to be in a band. It sucks.
No, I know. Like, everyone, I don't know. Nowadays, you see the TikTok, and we have all these options, and then all of a sudden you're an Instagram star, but you only have pictures of your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
the, to actually put in that effort and that drive to put on a live performance such as this at this moment right now, that's hard to fucking do in that sense. It's stressful on it, and people don't realize what it actually takes, that drive, that passion to fucking just do music or artwork as just in general. Because with your career now, you're going through, you're doing your apprentice, or you've already finished all
No,
that?
I'm a journeyman. I've been a journeyman for I think roughly 2-3 years, but I've been in the plumbing industry for almost 8 years.
Hmm.
I did a 5-year apprenticeship through my local union, and then I've been a journeyman for about 2 or 3 years or so.
No, that's awesome. Yeah. And you said you started off in commercial, because that's where I've
Yeah,
done a lot of my plumbing stuff, sprinklers and all that, right? And
yeah,
now you're in the residential.
yeah. It's definitely different. There's a lot of because with construction, commercial, you're doing more of just putting stuff in
Hmm.
and having to.
Hoping the crew before you has done their job properly in
Yeah,
order to
pretty
line the pipes
much.
coming through the concrete floor. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's I've been on jobs where stuff was way off and we had to fix it and it takes forever. Versus being in residential, it's more diagnosing the issues and trying to
mm,
fix the issues. It's completely different. There's so much stuff in the residential world that I don't know because I've been in commercial for so long, and
mm.
it's a lot different. Like I didn't even do do anything with my first urinal or toilet, like unclogging, till probably this year. Because in commercial, you don't do it. It's you put stuff in, you
No,
test it,
it's
and
all
that's it.
brand new. You leave the building, and the maintenance man comes in and unplugs shit and stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. It's a whole different world.
oh yeah. I
Crazy, man.
found working with my uncle heating and air. That was my first introduction to the public as far as construction went, right? Like, normally I just did my job. It was on a ginormous building, right? Like, so many trays there. No one's bugging me. I'm just doing my thing, right? Now I'm dealing directly with customers and talking to people. Do you find like with the band, do you end up doing a lot of the relations between setting up shows and stuff because of being so familiar with the public and dealing with like people on a first-hand basis, or
With that, it's a two-part because this lineup hasn't always been the same lineup. We've had lots of lineups, especially with guitarists and drummers.
yeah.
When stuff was first going on, I did probably the bulk of it. Um, and more recently, when we got our new drummer, Waylon, his wife, Angela, which is pretty much our manager. We call her our manager because she does a lot for us.
Yeah. Give
Um,
her a shout out.
we pretty much gave her the reins to do stuff, and she's been kicking ass because like she knows how to talk to people. She People love her. She's a good person, and she's
Hmm.
probably one of the coolest people I know. Especially if we're not doing anything in the music world. She just kind of dives in and she just gets stuff done most of the time and
Yeah.
everything. So a lot of it is resting on her shoulders now. Um, Pretty
That's a lot
much.
too, man. Like,
It
to
is,
be
but
relevant, like,
yeah,
to,
but she's good
to
at it.
keep
But
things
she does
going.
stuff that I probably couldn't do and everything like that too.
Yeah. As I said though, like a lot of people, they only have a 15-second, 30-second, attention span, right? So
Yeah,
you don't get that right away, man. The algorithm just drowns you out, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
especially now,
crazy.
yeah, it's not. it's a digital. It's a total different beast than it used to be. You know what I mean? Before you'd make tapes, pass them out to your buddies. Hey, listen to this. But as you said, you almost need a home studio, and then you send your stuff to them. They put it together on their side. They send it back. You add or tweak or do this or that. Right? Like,
Yeah. Well, not even that. Like nowadays, you gotta be a social media expert. You gotta know how to record. You gotta know be a business manager. You gotta know like so much different things and different parts of the aspects. It's crazy, man. You can't just be a good musician. You
I
know,
was,
you also gotta be a good person too. Uh,
yeah,
you also gotta
no,
have biggest thing is like being humble too, because there's a lot of cool musicians out there that are freaking phenomenal, but then they're not humble in what they do. It's like people don't care for them, and I've
or
seen
say,
it happen,
yeah,
especially in
you
the
make your
music
first
scene.
real paycheck, as a musician, and then all of a sudden, poof, smoking cigars and at the club, and then you're broke in fucking 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty much it, man. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, you just have to be pretty much in everything, have everything go for you.
yeah, you can't just be a guitar player anymore, right? Or a bass player or a drummer, right? Like, you got to bring more to the table nowadays.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I guess a lot of the stuff that OTF does is we try to do as much as we can in house, but that also comes to balancing. There's a lot of stuff we end up going outside of OTF to do. Like where our music video we're dropping on April 8th,
Oh
our
yeah.
vocalist Rob, he's actually a photographer and a videographer too, and he's the
Yeah.
one that actually filmed and directed that video and everything. He did a phenomenal job. Like I was like, holy crap, dude, he's freaking amazing. Um, but with that, we actually have another one we're trying to shoot in May for another song we're doing. To do all the other business side of things, social media, and then try to get a video recorded and stuff like that and editing. It takes a lot, and we've had to take it upon ourselves to look into, hey, you know what? We need to figure
Mhm.
out maybe we need to branch out some things and stuff too. Because I even do the same thing for a promotion. Even though I'm the head, basically the only one that really does our social medias and stuff.
Yeah.
I still take time and try to find other people to help out, like just friends and stuff like that. So it's a real big issue.
No, I've had that with the channel. We've gone through so many people that have come and gone, and it's always asking, hey man, can you help me out? I can't pay you right now, but when we make money, if you're still with us, I'll give you some of that money, of course, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly. You have to, man.
everyone's like, I work too hard, It's like, right? But I'm working just as hard, if not harder, right? So it's hard to find people with that passion to hold it together and push through that time in that sense. And kudos to you and to the guys to actually do that as well, right? And every band that's out there now
Yeah,
scraping and trying to make ends meet to be a rock star per se, right? Like,
yeah. I
but
mean,
you're
it's true
one of the
that yeah,
few people I have met as far as rock star trades go that has another trade. Well, that's not true. It's like 50-50. Most people are, do this as a trade and then they're a rock star or part time, and then you meet those other peeps that are just rock stars. They can't do anything else, man.
yeah, that's true though. But I mean, it's kind of crazy because when you think about it, even a lot of the bigger artists, they still do a lot of stuff on the side for them to be able to do
Yeah.
it. It's
Promotion,
crazy.
the
Yeah,
beer
it's
commercials or fucking AT&T commercials, whatever will pay you.
yeah. So really a lot of these bands they don't just do music for a living, like touring and stuff. There's so many things they do outside of it, People don't realize that it's kind of crazy
Mm.
because like even the bigger artists, like they still do stuff on the side so they can be able to do the music and stuff.
Well, you think about it, you have your tour bus, you have all your sound crew, your pyrotechnics per se, right? Like it's not like all that money goes in your pocket, man. First of all, you got to pay all your crew members, which could be 100, depending on how big a show you have or whatever. Like then you get your 2% off the top, right? Like time you pay everything.
Yeah, that's true though, man. That's Chris. It's just crazy. But that's also
Yeah.
kind of like what me and our vocalist, we started up our own clothing line called Pariah Clothing.
Hmm.
Um, and we have a lot of cool stuff. Basically, it's like a horror slash like cryptic slash like Egyptian style kind of stuff.
Oh, it's
Um,
sick, man. Send me the
and
link, and
yeah,
I'll make sure it goes
I'll
into the
give you a link
channel.
for it. So we
Yeah,
can share it too. And
yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, crazy. It's that takes a lot of work too, you know. And then
Yeah.
just like for promotional stuff, I run a page and media called Massive Breakdowns, but
Oh,
it's really hard to do that too because it's I haven't actually done a lot with it and
yeah.
everything recently because I've been so busy with OTF and trying to do stuff for Pariah and then home life too. It's just takes a lot, man, and everything. But I think on my TikTok, my very first TikTok I did for Massive Breakdowns, I actually was able to get over 100,000 followers. But then for some reason, TikTok banned me for something, and it took away my whole account. So I restarted,
Right.
but I didn't have the same input because that took a long time to do. So I had to
Yeah.
focus on other stuff. So right now, I think I'm sitting at maybe 4,000 followers, maybe a little less, probably 3,500 followers. Um, it's still up there. It's just not nowhere near where I wanted it, but
No, right? Like
it just takes a
even
lot.
here, we're almost 3,000. That's not a lot, but to me, it's a lot because we started with zero. You know what I mean? Like, so to
Hey,
even
like I
get to
say,
where the
yeah,
show is now, but yet we still get over views on our good shows and stuff. Like even tonight, we'll still get fucking good views and stuff, but it's 10 more viewers per se that
yeah,
listen to your music and help support you guys, buy your merch
yeah.
and stuff.
Hey, any growth is growth, no matter what, man. That's how I always see
Mhm.
it. Like just like when we started out, I never thought in a million years that people would like be excited for the music we make or even I created as a musician. I mean,
Mhm.
just I think it was last week. I went to go see Hunt the Dinosaur and Salt Wound killed it, by the way. Um, I actually saw a random dude there wearing an OTF shirt. I don't know who the dude was at the time,
No
and I
way.
was like, that was freaking dope.
Oh,
I was
that's
like, that,
excellent,
yeah, and I actually fangirled on him. I was like, bro, you're wearing my like I was like fangirling. I was like, dude, can I take a picture with you and
Oh,
stuff? I
yeah.
was like, bro, this is amazing. I can't believe this and
No,
stuff.
that's
So
awesome to see that.
that's
Fucking,
pretty cool.
yeah. I was
Stuff,
just
but
saying, someone's sitting right here. She's got my logo tattooed, even my original logo from when the Boneyard first started and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then the odd time when I go back home, I'll see people that have the T-shirt from the original viewers and stuff that I just handed shit out to. It's like it's humbling in that sense, you know. It kind of brings you back. Fuck yeah, we're making a difference. Yeah, our stuff's getting out there, you know.
oh yeah, definitely, man. I understand it. Trust me, man. Like I said, it's any growth is good growth, man. No matter what it is,
Yeah, it's true though.
it's very true.
That's why every year, man. That's why I take a whole month off and I disappear, man. I go wherever the fuck I want in the world, and that's my growth period, right? And then every year I get that more inspired to write even more music and stuff, right? And this year, definitely with the boys, Andrew and Nick are independent artists as well. We'll have them on the show probably within the next week or two. Next time I run into them, but we're going to be collaborating a lot this year and actually getting both our musics out in that sense, right? Like they know a lot of shit that I don't know on how to do home recording and set this up and that. But yet I know other shit and have the platform to put it out there, you know. So it's like you said, it's you gotta be humble and be nice to people and make those connections and shit. Next thing you know, you met a band in New York. Now you're playing in fucking with thy enemy, who we just had on the show. You know what I mean? Who are always looking for May 2-4 weekend, and then him and I are also setting up something for August, September. At least 7 bands, you know what I mean, from all around wherever we can bring them in from, and poof, you know, now you're playing at our show, right? And we get to party, have a few beers, that'd be sick, you know what I mean? But that's our goal, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's some sick goals, man. To be honest, like that's freaking amazing and stuff. Like, damn, that's probably cool.
Yeah, I'm not this year. I've already got my place in New Mexico, but I'm looking at land there. And then next year, I want to have my stage built and ready for September, October festival, right? I'm going to have 7 bands minimum, bring everybody around. I'll pay the bands probably free admission for the first year, depending on how much work I get during the summer months, right? But
man,
you know, like, that would be sick, you know what I mean? And you guys are definitely on the list because what I've heard, you guys, where's the best spot that we can support you as finding your music and listening to your music and streaming it all the time, man? Because that's important.
Yeah, to be honest, it's gonna be. Even though I know a lot of people don't like it because of it, but Spotify. I mean, a lot of companies, people.
Yeah.
Success, and especially with records, like since bands don't really put out records, like actual physical copies and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of times they end up using the charts of Spotify or Apple Music to determine how successful an artist is and everything like that, you know. And then on top of that, really just buying merch from bands, from us, you know. Merch by itself funds a lot of what bands do, especially for us. When we played Blue Ridge in Virginia last September, the only day we got to play, we ended up selling over $2K in merch, and that actually paid for our music video.
Yeah,
and so I was very happy about that.
Are on this year's bill too, are you not? For the Blue Ridge Rock Festival?
I don't think we're probably not gonna get on it this year.
No,
probably not.
I see you posted on the site because I follow that site as well. Right before COVID, I was supposed to come down. Well, I got friends in Virginia, right? So I was going to stay with them. We were all going to go to the show, bring a trailer, cover the whole thing, you know. So I see you guys also post on there as well. So I was wondering if you're going to be there this year, right?
Sorry, I doubt this year we'll be on it. They haven't really said anything. I think after, I don't know anything about it, to be honest. We put our name in just for fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we will or not. You know, it's just based on do they want to get there, because there's a lot. From what I know too, it's a lot different than last year that did things. And there's a lot of different things going on this year, you know. So, but we get it. If not, it's not a big deal. You know, always other opportunities.
This year, next year, you know what I mean? The year after.
Say that
you
again?
Guys will be on that bill, though. I know it, man. I can feel it. And you're definitely on my bill, man. Like, when I am finally established, hopefully next year, that's the goal. We'll have some spots for the bands that come on the show and shit that are in the areas to set up some shows. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
That'd be dope, man. I'm excited for that too. You know, like I said, we're trying to just, because the thing about this year too, we're actually not even putting many shows this year. We're trying to concentrate on writing music and recording as much as we can. I think technically the only and Misery Index. And I think there's another show in July that we're doing, maybe June, I don't remember. But other than that, we're not really trying to do too many shows this year.
No, I hear you though. Like sometimes you got to take a step back, figure out what you're doing, get the songs out, practice, make sure you're ready for that live show, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't just jump on stage, wrote a song last week, you know, and then fucking jam it out.
I mean, we actually did that once, though.
Very rare. Who can? Tom McDonald apparently can.
Yeah.
We'll argue that later. But hey man, I know you've had a fucking long day, and I've had a long day too. The whole week's been crazy. I'm a big fan. It was hard not to fangirl, as you say, right?
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys coming on tonight, man. Or like you coming on, at least representing the band and getting it out there, right?
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm still in my truck and stuff, so the lights don't work in the truck and everything like that.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, I don't. Do you have my? Do you have my personal account on Facebook?
No. I just been contacting you through the actual fan page, right? And then
yeah.
So if you want to shoot me a message or send me a link to your thing through that, and then we'll get in touch.
Yeah, I'll get in touch. I can show you a couple of things we've been working on, just so you can hear. Because we're actually kind of doing a new direction, but kind of more so the where I always want to go as a musician and band. So it's just showing you some behind the scenes kind of stuff and everything, you know.
No, anything you send me behind the scenes as we do, you know, I will never mention it or try not to, you know what I mean? But 100%, you're totally cool. Yeah, send it over, man. I'd love to hear it.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, definitely send me the links, and then I'll update the title, put all your stuff in. Everyone who's watching, I'm on my tablet still. My computer won't be set up till I am in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's where my new studio is going to be and everything. And then, yeah, keep an eye out of the Fallen, man. You guys are you guys got some sick shit, man.
Thank you, man. Like, just wait till you hear the new single, man. On April 8th, it's fucking heavy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
it's definitely heavy.
Maybe I'll definitely, when it comes out, I'll post it up on the page for you. Get the single out there, April 8th. Keep an eye out. Yeah, Fallen, man. Thank you so much for coming on, representing the band, man. I know, you know, it's hard to balance working and doing the show and doing what you do as well, right? So I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. We try, bro. We try.
Awesome.
All right, man. You take care, buddy. Heck yeah, dude.
Loud, and keep an eye out. I'll put the links in the title, and we'll just cut it right there.